feel like I have to dance at the beginning of these. I don't know why. Welcome back. I'm back again. It feels nice that I don't have to feel pressure to try and put these out on a schedule, because it's not how I want this to operate. Hello. Welcome back to my corner of YouTube. It's been a couple weeks since we podcasted, but that's okay. Let's see. Intro. I still haven't gotten this down yet. I don't know what episode it is. It'll be in the thing. So I'm just not gonna say what episode it is because I never remember. Welcome back. If you are a returning viewer, thanks for coming back. If you're new, welcome. I feel like this may be a little different than other folks. I don't know, I want to feel like I'm sitting and chatting with you all. And that's what this is going to be. Anyway, my name is Victoria. I am the owner and dyer of Purl Scout Yarns. My information will pop up on the screen for you. You can find me on Instagram at Purl Scout Yarns. And sorry, my cat is about to make an appearance. He may join me in my lap, which is what he's about to do. So you get to enjoy a little bit of my number one best boy, Aries. This is Aries. He's 4 years old. I've had him for like 3.5 years, since he was like 6 months old. He's a mama's boy, as you can tell, given that he is crawling into my lap at the first opportunity that I have had to sit down. My landlord was here giving me a new stove, so now I can actually like cook, and I'll have I can have 3 pans going for dyeing, which is nice because I just had the induction burner. Before I get into all of that, let me finish my intro. You can find me on Instagram at Purl Scout Yarns and my website, thepurlscout.com. YouTube, if you're watching this, you know, because you have found me here. I don't use Ravelry. I have a pay hip, which I will talk about later on. I think that's every way you can find me. Yeah, anyway, my landlord was here. I moved in mid-December and I had one burner working, and they bought me a new stove as a part of my lease thing, and so it was installed today, and so it's like very new and nice, and I'm very excited because most of my cooking is done in the oven and not on a stove top, although I do make stuff on top of the stove, but I'm more of like a bake my chicken and veggies, and yeah. Anyway, Aries is a very needy kitty. He may hang out for a little bit and then he may dip out. But you get to enjoy my little, and by little I mean not so little baby, Aries. His brother, so last time we spoke I was telling you that I was looking to adopt a second cat. I have since, if you follow me on Instagram, have seen that I have adopted a second cat. He's a little kitten. I've had him almost a month, 3 weeks now. I think he's like 16 weeks, maybe 3 months old, 4 months. I'll grab him at some point to show you when I don't have the other one in my lap, who likes to claim my lap whenever he can. They've been getting along great. I've had no issues. Both are really well socialized cats. Right? Seems so good. I love you. He's a very good boy. They were both really well socialized. Artemis was literally a kitten, still is. And Aries had grown up since he was like born with like dogs, cats. He's like very used to it. So they've been getting along really well, playing. Aries is a cuddler with me, and not so much Artemis, but Artemis has made it his life's mission to crawl in to Aries' lap or stomach area whenever possible. And so I have quite a few photos of them snuggling. Aries just lets it happen now. The first 2 times he quite literally used his back foot and like shoved him out of the bed. That doesn't happen anymore. This little one had a vet visit last week because he was stealing his brother's food. And Aries last year had to go to the hospital for a blockage, so he's on special food, prescription food, and he's not supposed to eat kitten food. And he ended up giving himself inflamed intestines, so he stopped eating and drinking, and he's back to normal now, but it cost me $400 to get a free, like a clean bill of health, and to find out it's because he was eating food he wasn't supposed to, which I knew, but like I wanted to make sure because he was acting weird. He's fine now. He's since fine. I still take him outside. I don't know why this turned into a cat segment, but I feel like, well, this is life update stuff, so I'm just giving you life updates because it's been a little bit. Last time we spoke, I had just moved in. I am settled, as you can see. I gave a little apartment tour. I really love my space. I'm really comfortable in my own space. I'm really happy. What was I saying about you? Do you remember? Oh, walking. So for many of you, if you follow me on Instagram, know that my cat has been leash trained since he was 6 months old. Yes, I am that person. And he still demands to go outside even though we're back in the city. And so it's not very long. Usually we'll walk half a block. And it's usually in the evening time because it's there's less people traffic, and he gets a little nervous with new people outside, and he wants to run. So we still walk. It's just usually in the evening time, which is fine. It's less, usually I'm done doing whatever I need to be doing. But Aries' new favorite thing to do is terrorize the strays in the area. And by terrorize, I mean he doesn't actually terrorize them, but he won't leave them alone. So he tries to say hello. Some are very receptive and some growl, and he clearly does not know how to take it as a hint. So at some point he probably will get whacked in the head. Before I get any comments on like anything, he is on flea and tick medication. He is an indoor cat who gets supervised leash time. I like don't need PETA knocking on my door telling me I'm abusing animal. He's fine. He's clearly very well taken care of. He enjoys the outside safely with my supervision and a leash. But yeah, anyway, now that we've done the cat segment / life update, how are you? How was your holiday? Were you safe? Did you stay home? Are you wearing your mask? Are you drinking water? Are you calling your friends? These are all my check-ins for you. Ask yourself those things. I want to show you the FO that's on my body because it's new, but I guess I'll wait until this little guy decides to get up. I have no whips. I'm going to start a whip today, but I just, like, fresh off the needles. Let's see if I can get it. It's not terrible. There's gonna be a finished object shot tomorrow that I'm posting, but I finished a ripple crop top by Jessie May Designs and my best buds yarn, Kathleen over at Republica Unicornia Yarns. This is in Jolene, and it fits perfectly this color mood with my hot sassy self. It's cropped. I love it. I think the next time I make it, I might lengthen the front like a hair bit more. But it's really comfy cozy. It sits really nicely. I can't wait to wear it in the summertime with all my high-waisted jeans and shorts. It's really nice. I'm wearing a high neck bralette, and so it's really nice with this V for this sort of like showing pretty lace. Anyway, I don't know why I know why it's allergies, but my nose is always like, oh. But you'll get like, here's like a little bit of, let me get a shot. There we go. It's cropped, it's cute. It's comfy, it's cozy. If you haven't shopped at Kathleen's shop, Republica Unicornia Yarns, you're missing out. It is like my dire goals. She's a good friend of mine. She's very talented. She makes beautiful colorways. I have very few folks that I buy from now that I'm a dyer myself. Kathleen is one of those people. Now that I dye yarn myself, I mostly buy from folks who make stuff that I can't make, don't make, and that's kind of it. The way that she does tonals is sort of my favorite. I am working on getting to this level of expertise, but I'm not quite there yet. So this is object 1. The whip I'm gonna start it's called the Wet Moon Sweater by Ariana Fresca. If you remember, and if you've been here since episode 1, it's okay if you haven't, I knit the Moon Cardi I tested the Moon Cardi for Ariana. It's one of my most worn knits. And so she made a beautiful sweater that has a crescent moon on the front, which is like right up my alley. So naturally, I am test knitting it. I will be starting it today. I'll probably fly through it. It is fingering and mohair held double, but I'm skipping the mohair and just doing fingering weight. I met gauge with it, so I'm not going to use mohair. My goal this year, because this is my yarn cabinet, like right here, is to work through all of my stash this year, hopefully, as fast as possible, and then almost exclusively knit with my own yarn / the very few dyers I still buy from, just because it's feeling a little overwhelming for me. Like, my stash isn't particularly large in comparison to some other folks, which, no judgment. It's feeling unmanageable at this point, and I've started to cue projects in my brain for specific yarn I have on like what I want to make. I guess my other whip is the Haku scarf, but I've literally made no progress since you've last seen it because I've kind of exclusively been working on a bunch of projects / this update, which we'll talk about after I get through my my finished objects. So my other finished object is these Animal Crossing New Horizon fingerless mitts. This is a design by Harper at Just Yarning, who is one of my best friends. We collaborated on a kit for the Animal Crossing collection that released last Friday, 2 Fridays ago? Last Friday, because we're on whatever. Like 2 Fridays ago, maybe. So I dyed one of their favorite villagers is Muffy, who is a like moody goth sheep, which is like perfect for this. And so we collaborated on making kits for their pattern, and I came up with a pink purple tonal main color, and then a solid blue for her eyes, contrasting color. So the kit comes with 50 grams of the purple and 25 of the blue. It's probably honestly enough to make 2 pairs if I'm being honest, because you don't really use a whole lot. Oh, perfect, someone's leaving. Are you done? Okay, bye. So here's what they look like up close. And so you can see the tonal, it's pinky purple, which is perfect for Muffy. So, oh yeah, and here's my cute crop top. I love it. And these are high-waisted leggings, so it kind of works perfectly. Okay, so fun fact, these are the first fingerless mitts I've ever knit. And I don't know why I've waited so long, because I have really cold fingers all winter long, and while I love winter, I don't like my fingers being really cold. So, look how cute. I mean, like, literally, this is, like, perfect. I wear them all the time. I went on a COVID-friendly date, and I wore these on my hike. And they kept my fingers warm the whole time, which is really nice. And I can sort of like what I like to do sometimes. Because I like when I'm using my phone or if I'm knitting out and my hands are cold, I don't want my fingers to be trapped. And so if I want them to be, I just kind of like, bloop, I do that. So if you're interested in making your very own Muffy mitts, which is what I'm calling them, they're in the shop for pre-order until this Friday, and then they're done. So if you want to make a pair, you can go on my website and purchase a kit. But I guess that's really it in terms of like whips. Do I have any stash acquisition? I don't think I have. I've actually been pretty good about not buying yarn because again, I'm trying to work through what I have. I did buy another skein of unicorn smoothie from Kathleen at Republica Unicornia, but that's not really like acquisition, just like for fun. It was, I have a project, and I talked about it last podcast, that I am going to make a the Askew poncho from Stephen West is brioche, and I think that they will be quite beautiful together. But that's really it. So we're gonna move into shop update stuff. If you're not interested in that, that's okay. Thanks for joining me on the short portion of my podcast, but I'm gonna talk about the Animal Crossing collection / bag update and progress keepers. Oh, I should grab the progress updates. Let's talk AC updates. So one of the things that I just talked about is part of the Animal Crossing pre-order collection, which is the Muffy Mitts kits. Here are some of the colors. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen these, but I'm still going to talk about them. So I chose 6 villagers, I guess, if you count Muffy Mitts, to dye colorways based off of. And the first one I did was Ketchup. My favorite animal is a duck, and Ketchup is so cute. And so I dyed this like variegated skein based off of Ketchup. It's very cute. It's on my fingering base. I'm not going to show you it on every base here. You can, on my website, it's there. You'll see it. It's really hard for me not to keep all of them because I realize that I can just dye them for myself anytime I want because I own the dye recipes. So at some point I probably will use these. The next one I did was Blathers. I mean, who doesn't love Blathers? He's my favorite animal scientist, and so he is it's harder, maybe you can see a little bit. There are hints of pink, light and dark browns, and like reddish browns and red in his skein. He's a very tonal baby. So this collection specifically, I worked on a new to me dye technique, which I really like and has opened up a door a little bit for new ways to layer colors. I don't know what the name is. I've seen Shirsty Cat on Instagram do it, and I was like, I want to try that and I want to see how it works. Fun fact is most things that I have seen acid dyers do works for natural dyers. As you can tell, the technique works. So I want to thank Shirsty Cat, not that she watches this, for the technique inspo, and it really works well. And so I kind of have a repertoire of skills that I can use. But yeah, this is one that I definitely want to knit up. You can kind of see the pink in this region. And then, of course, his sister, Celeste. So, I love Celeste. She's so cute. But look, she is a light and dark pink tonal with pops of yellow for her beak, but also stars. I mean, right? She's like our little star baby. And so she's really tonal. And this will knit up really beautifully. This is one that I will probably dye up for myself or something. But she's pretty. She's so pretty. And then I did Lily, who's a little frog, and she's very cute. She is also a tonal green with like these very faint pinks for her cheeks. So you can see she's tonal. It's a little more muted than I usually dye, but I'm into it. So I wasn't much of a green person until I started dyeing yarn. And And now I get to control the color green that I get to dye. And so I am really into this. This like, oh, this would make a really pretty like cabled sweater or something. I really love this. And then last but not least, this one came to me in like a fever dream-esque. I didn't have a fever, but some self-striping for ya. Stitches is also one of my other favorite Animal Crossing characters. Look at it. So I'm gonna pop a photo in this region of what the swatch looks like. So this is my first 5-stripe self-striping yarn. Look at it. Oof, it's so cute. Sorry, I read a text. Anyway, oh, I don't have the other ones. I want to like get a good. Oh, these are the babies. There's 6, they're pretty, they're available on almost every base. There's a couple of them that I'm not doing on my Cosmos Worsted, the untreated BFL, only because it doesn't take pastels really well. And that's about it. But let's talk about some progress keepers. So, and they're in the shop. And I'm not gonna go through every color because I did last time, but I made them. So, ooh, they're Sailor Moon drip progress keepers. They're a little bit bigger, about 1 inch, and they would make for good progress keepers for sort of bigger projects, a blanket or a sweater. Oh, geez Louise. A blanket, a sweater. You could probably put them on socks. They're just a little bit bigger for something small, but a hat. So they are up in my shop. I have a bunch. So, and I still have a bunch left, and they're not on a pre-order basis. They're just like when they sell out, they're done. When they sell out, they're done. And I may read like purchase, but depends on my mood. Let's talk about so this was like the biggest bag update I've ever done. I went a little crazy with fabric, but that's okay. So I'm not gonna show you the same print in every size. I'm just gonna go through some of the prints that I have left in the shop. The update went live like 2 Fridays ago. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention? So, pre-orders for the Animal Crossing collection closed this Friday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. However, the 3 that will be going permanent or regulars in the shop are Blathers, Celeste, and Ketchup. These will be permanent after the pre-order is done, so you'll be able to order them whenever you want. Lily didn't do as well, sadly, so I'm not offering her as a regular. So whatever I have left in the shop, sorry, I got distracted. Whatever I have left in the shop of her when pre-orders close will be it, and when she's gone, she's gone. And I don't do back ordering for self-striping because they are very labor intensive and take a lot of time. So if you like self-striping and you want self-striping, now's the time to order it. Otherwise, when it's gone, I may at some point, I've thought about and thrown around the idea of doing a week-long pre-order of all the self-striping I've done thus far, so folks can like go back and get it. But again, I haven't decided. So if you really like it, you know, go pick it up because they're not back ordered. So bags. I'm gonna go through, I'll tell you some of the names. This one is arguably the best print. This is Sailor Moon. This one, how cute. This is the small size. So with this print, I'm allowing pre-orders until this Saturday for this print and the Artemis and Luna, and I'll show you that. for the medium and large sizes because that was the most requested and the one that folks wanted the most. The small sizes will not be it because usually when I make a medium and large bag, I have enough fabric to make smalls. So I'll have a bunch of smalls left over. And I think I have a couple of them. Yes, I don't know, 3 or something. But Sailor Moon. So if you like this print and this is one you would want in a large, medium or large size, go pre-order them. I say for pre-orders always allow up to 3 weeks because I need to order the fabric, I need to cut and sew, and you know, get it out. So if you like that fabric, go get it. This one is Usagi's bed sheets because they literally are the bed sheets from the Sailor Moon show. How cute. How cute. I have this in a small and a large. Again, I'm not going to show you every size because you can, you know, you get the idea. This one is Magical Girl. How cute. How cute. This is a Studio Ghibli print. Oh, these are cute. I love these. I have it in a small and a large. I have an Animal Crossing, like some villagers. These are cute. I have these in smalls. 1 small and I think 2 mediums. I have Sailor Moon. Like, look how cute these are. And then this is the other print that's available for pre-order for medium and large sizes only. And it's Luna and Artemis. So I have some small, I think I only have 1 small left. Yeah. So with the medium and large, the way that I set the template on the fabric means that when I go to cut medium and large sizes, I will also then inevitably get a small bag from each of them. So I'll sew more of the small. These are really good for socks. These are like great sock bags. I love them a lot. More of the Sailor Moon bag, it's a small. These are some of my favorites. So I managed to get, I have a supplier for fabric, specifically for Sailor Moon related fabrics. So I have a couple of, I've gotten every Sailor Scout, I just don't have them in a million sizes. So I have Sailor Mars, this is medium, right? Sailor Mars. This is a good sock, sweater, I would say smaller shawl bag. I have another Animal Crossing, but this one's a medium size. Oh, and I guess I could show you for scale. Let's do for scale. Boop, 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 boop. Right, so this is the small and this is the medium. Yes, they're also really soft cotton. Some of them, the other ones were from a different supplier. I have, I think, did someone order Venus? I don't know. Anyway, I'll just show it to you. Venus in medium. I have Mercury in medium. How pretty. Another Sailor Moon bag. This is a small one. I actually might keep one for myself because I usually don't. And then a large of the Ghibli bag. So this one's huge. Like, I mean, this is like the size of my torso. So this one makes for a good sweater, probably smaller like baby blanket, bigger shawl kind of bag. These are pretty popular in the Sailor Moon print. This is the Ghibli one. I am trying not to keep this one because it's too cute and I know someone will love it, even though I love it a whole lot. So those are all of the bags right now that are in the shop for the most recent update, and they're like a first come first serve when they're done. Like, there's a couple of prints that I probably will repurchase to make bags out of. Probably like, I would probably do the Scouts again. But I try to like rotate. I don't want to have like the same stuff every update. So I'm thinking next month, next month collection has been decided. We are doing Ponyo, the movie. One of my favorite Ghibli movies ever. And I'm excited to start prepping like my brain for some dye ideas. I have a couple. I'll probably do 4 or 5 colorways like I do most times. And so I'm really excited about that. And I have a couple of prints I want specifically for that, but I think I have some leftover fabric. And so I think what I'm gonna do is next update, we'll have a couple of new prints, like new bag prints for the collection. But I think I'm gonna sew some Notion pouches with leftover fabric that I have, and those will be sort of like part of the update, but not a lot of new dumpling bags, just because I do have like, I don't know, 15 left. And I don't want to have like 30 bags sitting around, as my apartment is not very big. So I think next month's gonna be like a Notions pouch kind of month. I have a pattern I bought that I really like, and so I think that's what I'm gonna do with leftover fabric. So you'll see a lot of like these prints in Notion pouches next month. I need to start cutting and like sewing, but I have some time. I think that's everything. Oh, you know what I do want to show you? This was a Christmas gift from John at By Stitchable, a Sailor Moon prayer candle. Like, I don't know. People know me so well, and I love it. Oh, and they also got me a House Within Castle notebook, which I'm going to use as my designer notebook. Oh, my brain is everywhere. Today, or whenever you're seeing this, the today that I post this, my Moon Kitty socks are live. They're up. They're ready for purchase. They've gone through testing. My testers did a great job. So you can purchase it in 2 places right now. One of which is my website, but I am now on PayHip, and I did that specifically because I wanted to offer the pay what you can model. Thanks to Jessie May, who has inspired me to start doing some of that. Shopify is a pain in the butt, and you can't have multiple discounts, so PayHip is how I'm doing that, how I'm able to offer the pay what you can accessibility model. So that'll be in a link tree. I'll post that. I'll post all the links down below. And my brain. And there is a 25 and a 50% off, like pay what you can discount. So, you know, if $6 is a lot for a pattern, you know, there are ways the coupons will make them more affordable for you. And so I want everyone to be able to knit them. The price that I put them at is what I think is a fair wage for my work and my labor into designing. However, I understand that it is not accessible to everyone, and so offering this model means that more people can knit my patterns. But yeah, you can go get the Moon Kitty socks now and make some Sailor Moon socks. Anyway, the only other thing I wanted to show you, which I guess is an acquisition, this is to help me pattern design. I got the Vogue Knitting Ultimate Stitch Dictionary. There's like, I don't know, 800 stitch patterns in here, which will help me when I'm doing stuff like designing a sweater, which will be / is my next endeavor. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but I'm designing a sweater. And I'll need testers for it whenever I, finish it. I need to do, grading's gonna be my first time doing it. I'm like situating my thing here. But yeah, I decided that would be a good purchase for me to have so that, as I'm designing more socks, sweaters, whatever else I choose to design, I don't have to spend a million hours on Google looking up stitch patterns. I have a book to do it, which is great. I think that's everything that I have. Surprisingly, this is still like a half hour. I spent 5 minutes talking about my cat, which I hope you enjoyed. I I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I like that I don't have to make this as formal as I thought. It's nice to come and hang out and talk with you all. But I don't have to stress out about trying to get something out every 2 weeks. I just, when I can, I do. And it makes it more fun that way. So if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. It just helps more people find the podcast, or don't, that's fine. It is what it is. I think that's everything. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you're interested in anything you saw for the update, go check out my website. And that's it. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace out. I forgot to show you the baby. This is the baby. This is the new baby. How cute. I just love him. He's a good boy. Oh, you want to say hi to the peoples? Say hi, peoples. I just a little guy. Yeah, this is the new baby. Oh, he's so handsome. His name is Artemis. But yeah, thanks.